Day one. I don't even know if I'll put notes for the day two. It depends on how much we get through. You should be having enough in order to do what we're doing today. Everything's focused on utilizing the graphing calculator. Same idea that we use the graphing calculator to do the previous work. So remember from review, when v of t is equal to 0, we want to know when v of t is greater than 0, when v of t is less than 0. All of this is basically sign analysis. And of course, we can use the graph about motion. Moving left, we have this idea of rest, forward, backwards. All right. And if we have, v prime of t, which is the derivative of velocity, all right, we know that v prime of t along with v of t can tell us about speed increasing or decreasing. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the calculator. And in y1, we're going to put in the velocity function. All right? V of t, or, v of x in reality. So we're going to put into y1 whatever the velocity equation is. Because remember, velocity is the function. And when we plug this in, we should be able to evaluate velocity using the y1 of k feature. Remember when we did that? Vars, y1, and then you put in like 2. What was the derivative at this point? We need to be able to evaluate v prime of t. This is where you're going to do d dx of y1 evaluated at x equals k. This is where you use math 8. Remember when we use math 8, and then you can find the derivative at a point, given that. And the new thing that you can do, is that you can find position x of k by evaluating x of k plus the integral from x of k equals x of a plus the integral from a to k of y1 dx. Now, this is a new feature. To do this, you can actually do directly in the calculator. It is math 9. So if you do math 9, you are able to actually evaluate, and I mentioned this in one of the lessons, that you can do this to check your work. So because of that, you are able to evaluate various functions using the calculator. Now your homework is going to be delta math, and for the most part, this is all that I've asked you to do on delta math. On delta math, it'll give you some information. It's going to say, first off, it's going to say set up the integral. Okay, so there's a setup problem. So you write the integral of from here to here. So what is it asking you to find? So that's called particle setup. The second piece is asking you about finding the position, the velocity, and the acceleration at a point. So, and you're given the velocity equation. And the last ones are more analytically in review. One of them gives you a graph. It asks you about displacement versus particle motion. Distance traveled versus final position or position at a point. And the last one is it gives you a quadratic and it asks you about moving forward, moving backwards, which can be done analytically. I know I'm not going to have enough time before the bell rings to show you the other piece, but I want us to be able to do an example of at least this right here before you leave. So here's an example. All right. Now, I'm going to do a problem that could be done analytically, but we're going to use a calculator to do it. Okay? I don't know. Actually, can you do it analytically? I don't know. V of t is equal to 2t squared minus minus 5t plus 2. Now, this is something that is factorable, all right, and we could find the parts. Now, and what I did here is that technically this is 2t minus 1 times t minus 1. Oh, did I do it backwards? No, t minus 2. So that's what I did. I did that in my head right there. So that's what it becomes. So we could do this analytically. You could set it to equal to 0, determine when the function is increasing, decreasing, or, speeding up or slowing down. So I give you this information, and I tell you that x of 1 is equal to 4. Okay, x of 1 is equal to 4. And so for A, we're going to find the following, or actually we'll do it one by one. Find x of 4. Okay, find x of 4. So if I want to find x of 4, use the calculator. You're going to plug this into y1. Do it now, quick, before we get called. Replace the t with an x. Okay? Don't worry about putting it as a t. Don't want to make sure that she snotted all over all the calculators.
No, I did not. Yes. I didn't even blow my nose. It's just on my nose. I didn't blow my nose. I did not blow my nose.
All right. So, we know that x of 4 is equal to x of 1 plus the integral from 1 to 4 of v of t dt. That's what we know. So what we're going to plug in our calculator is, well, what is x of 1? 4 plus the integral from 1 to 4, and we're going to do, now you can type the function, but because we put it in y1, you're going to put it as y1 dx like this. So you're literally going to be typing this in there into your calculator. But first, make sure you can follow along, type in the function into y1 first. So, in my y1, I'm putting 2x squared minus 5x plus 2. Okay, go to my home screen because this is where I evaluate stuff, second quit. And I'm going to be 4, which was the initial position, plus math 9. Look, it's an integral. It looks exactly like it is. From 1 to 4. Now, you could type in the function here, but since we've already put it into y1, we can do vars, y-vars, functions, y1. It does the work for us. We could have done this problem analytically like you did on the previous homeworks, 12.1, 12.2, 12.3. Remember when you had to do these, or you had it, well, actually, technically yesterday. So we can actually integrate with the calculator, but the problem is on the AP exam, the calculator is only available to you half the exam. So you're forced to know how to do the other stuff. And so that's my answer, 14.5. And of course, if there's units, you would put the units. Math 9. Next one. Find v of 4. Okay, well, that should be easy. They gave me the velocity function. So all I got to do is take the velocity functions and plug in. So I can do that by just simply doing vars, y vars, function y1 of 4. It's that simple. V of 4 equals 14. And C, find A of 4, the acceleration. Remember, A of 4 is equal to V prime of 4. So to do a derivative, math 8. Vars, y vars, function y1. And I'm going to evaluate it at x equals 4. And there it is. Is the particle speeding up or slowing down? Justify. Speed increasing. I keep doing that. I hate that. Because V of 4 and A of 4 are the same. Now, this is where it would be acceptable. If you said the same sign, you would get credit. Why would you get credit for the same sign on this problem? No. No. Well, because you've shown the value. So I've shown they're positive. If I didn't show they were positive and I just said the same sign, if I didn't actually find V of 4 and A of 4 beforehand, I can't just simply say same sign. Huh?
We didn't find the exact number.
But you decided if it was just positive or negative. But you stated that they were both positive and both negative.
Yeah, but when I said they were the same sign, you said I was wrong.
Yes.
Can we show it was the same sign though?
No, because you never found the velocity. You only found the acceleration value. If you found the actual values, or if you showed that the values are positive, then you can get credit for the same sign. Okay, that should get you through that problem. Let me just see. There might be one other type of problem. I just want to make sure the notation is the same so that you can do your homework. Is it 12 point? Oh, this is 12.5, huh?
5.
Is it 5 or 4? Yeah, it's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, it was.
Particle motion calculator. What's the name of it?
Particle motion of the calculator.
The other problem that you're given, so in your homework on Delta Math, the main focus of the question, the first question you're going to get is going to be something like this. What's going to happen is that you're going to be given some type of particle motion function. All right, you're going to be given V of t, and you're going to be given a position, and it might say something in your, instead of it looking like this, it might look something like, it might say x equals 4 when t equals 1. That's what it might look like on the Delta Math, which means x of 1 equals 4. So this is what it's going to look like, and that's how they say it. X is 4 when t equals 1. The second problem you're going to do is just about setting it up, which is based on yesterday's lesson. They're going to ask you, which of the following represents the displacement? Which of the following represents the acceleration? Or which of the following represents how you find these ones? Position, displacement, total distance. The next problem that you have, again, you're given a graph. So it's basically based on last night's homework. And the final problem is you can do it like this. It's technically not a non-calculator problem. You could do it without a calculator. The velocity equations will be very simple, so you could do it, but you're free to use the calculator to get those answers.